Alright, so we are here with another data download. Yep. The new Dragon Ball Heroes units are not in there yet, which is pretty much expected, except for the new free-to-play unit, which, isn't it called? I literally forgot her name, but they named her the Female Warrior in Black, which I think her name was already revealed the first time she was seen. I think her name was Vidra, or Vidro. Uh, Yeah, she's quote unquote almost Yamcha's girlfriend, but who cares? Uh, anyways, before I get started, I think the second part of the 10th anniversary buffs. Well, this is the first of the anniversary buffs, but for this part, I think it's the third and fourth anniversary units. They're getting a massive buff, which I'll talk about in a separate video, but it's a pretty massive buff, I'll tell you that. Anyways, let's talk about this. Now, I'll go over the newest one, which is Vidra or Vidros, or in global they called her the Female Warrior in Black, which I understand. I think the reason why is because when she was revealed, they didn't show her name. Maybe usually they show the characters' names in subtitles, but sure. 3 key 50% to crossover, raises attack and defense by 50% for 3 turns. Interesting. Okay, 150% attack and defense at the start of turn. Gets an additional 100% on super. Gives all allies 2 key 30% attack and defense. Okay, that's pretty good. Has a great chance to crit. Gets an additional 150 when she is the only character. When she's the only crossover character. That's interesting. I guess she just gives all support. I think it's the reason why they're doing it this way. Interesting. Gives an additional 30% attack and defense for each attack performance, a max of 120, and then launches 2 additionals with a medium chance, with each of them having a medium chance of becoming a super when there's another crossover category ally on the team. So in other words, you're only allowed to choose one. You're only allowed to choose one. You cannot choose both for some reason. I don't know why they did this. Interesting design, but I don't know why they did this. 86% attack and defense for the character and allies whose name includes Yamcha. It only changes keys of a certain type to int at the start of character's attack in turn when there's an Earthbred Fighters category ally in the same rotation. So in other words, you need to have a Yamcha. Mother trucker. Let me see this for a second. Hold on. There's gotta be a time traveler's There's gotta be a Dragon Ball Heroes Yamcha. There's no way they're not gonna. There's no way she's gonna do that. Just not leave Yamcha in there. That is. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Wait, isn't Yamcha in the tournament participants? Well, there's a Yamcha. Could have sworn there's a and this is our Yamcha. Could have sworn there's like a T-War Yamcha in here too. Interesting. Changes to a certain. So she's an orb changer if there's a Yamcha in rotation. That's basically it. What the frick? This will never proc. And she has. Why does she have 6 links? Yeah, I don't understand. This is interesting. Interesting design. We'll see how far this goes, but she's very interesting. It's either you want her to be the only crossover unit, or you want her with another crossover unit. In all cases, you need a crossover unit with her in order to get this, but if she's the only one, you probably put her on other teams outside of Dragon Ball Heroes, Time Travelers, and Tournament no, I think it's just Dragon Ball Heroes and Time Travelers and crossover. Tournament participants and everything else just really depends on how you build your team. This is more like a two-parter showcase for this unit. I pretty much have no choice but to, actually, because she is built differently on both ends. Okay, interesting. Alright, let's go through all 10 easy A's. Actually, quick review on these two. Pan is... If this were to load. There we go. Pan is very good. Very good. Two reasons. Great chance to dodge. Give support. Oh, right here. Gets deep. She basically has the same mechanic as what's his face. SCR Janemba, but better. And I think SCR Whis as well. So giving her a full dodge build is actually the best thing you could probably do for her. Because she already has crit in here. She's really good. And if you don't really have crazy crossover leads, she's actually pretty decent for one. Well, let's put it that way. She's actually pretty decent for one. Trunks, very interesting unit. He does require a lot of Dragon Ball Heroes or Time Travelers. Just really depends on how you build your team, and it also depends on how many, which has more essentially. If you have more Time Travelers, it's going to focus on Time Travelers, and vice versa. Unit's interesting. I probably want to test him out. I do have him already, so I'll test him out when he EZAs tomorrow at 9 p.m. PST. Okay. Overall, they're both pretty good, in my opinion. Let's go through everything else. Starting with Toa. She's free to play, right? Yeah, she's free to play. 3 key, 77% to Dragon Ball Heroes. 3 key, 50% to SCR. Super attack greatly raises attack and defense for one turn, does supreme damage. What did she do before? Oh, just okay, better. It's 200% attack and defense, gets 150% on super, has a high chance to dodge. Wait a second, hold on. I didn't even take a look at her stats, actually. No, I'm sorry, I had to hold off on this. What are her stats looking like? Ah, see, that's what I thought. The thing I hate about Dragon Ball Heroes units is that their stats are so low that the buffs they get need to compensate. It's just very frustrating sometimes, but I feel like they should have an LR that has high stats and makes up the difference in like HP, total HP when using Dragon Ball Heroes or crossover. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure there's not going to be an LR Dragon Ball Heroes unit in like ever now because of this. This is just assumptions. I'm pretty sure we'll probably get one here. If not, it's GG's. Alright. Same thing with her. Actually, stats aren't too bad. Anyways, going back into Toa, she does dodge. Maybe put her in slot 2 or 3. See, did it change at all? Oh no, she's oh no, she just bumped the chance. Okay, cool. So in other words, you're giving her a a 65% chance to dodge. All allies support, but there needs to be 3 or more extreme class allies. Wait, what is she on? She works on Slug's team. Okay, cool. 2 turns after the character dodges 3 times. Yeah, she works with Lord Slug's team. It's not really that hard, honestly. When all allies in the same rotation are crossover or Dragon Ball heroes. Hate the restriction. Love everything about this more, in my opinion. But she does link well. She does link well with some of the other ones in here. So if you just bring in, like, these two and her, and she works, of course. But she's pretty good, in my opinion. I have no complaints. Who's next? You two. They're both pretty much almost the exact same character, if I remember. It's just they're complete opposites of each other. You stun. You lower attack. This guy is better in terms of usability. That's fine. Passive wise. Guards and doesn't guaranteed additional for 1 turn. Damage reduction and guaranteed super for 1 turn. Hmm. I don't know how I feel about that, actually. What are your stats looking like? Don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, don't know how I feel about it, in my opinion. There's an additional 150 when there's another Goku family or Dragon Ball Heroes category ally on the team. Same exact thing, but for Vegeta family. Gives support, which is pretty huge. 30% attack, launches additional. A high chance, wait, high chance. Interesting. The only thing I don't like is the fact that there's only 1 turn. I kind of feel like, in my opinion, they should have kept it as a permanent buff rather than just keeping it for 1 turn. Personally, makes no sense. Dodge build's pretty much the only way to go for this unit. I think at best, you do want dodge. Just because they're a support unit. They're supposed to be very defensive, in my opinion. I just don't know why they didn't do it. Oh, sure. I'm not being harsh. I think it's just the fact that they're missing stuff. They're good supports. Don't get me wrong. I think it's just that they're missing stuff. In my opinion, they should have had a permanent damage reduction or guard. I feel like that would have made them better. That's just my opinion on it. Anyways, let's go over Gohanks, Gotenks, and Vegex. Let's see. Okay. Okay, not too bad. 50%, 150% on super, 30% for each super, performance max of 150, launches 2 additional supers when there's a crossover. Same turn, or when the enemy's in attack down or defense down status. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Crossover Super Saiyan 3, you could pretty much just put Super Saiyan 3 Bardock in there, but you have this unit. My opinion, he's better just because of the seals. Seals are nicer to have, but hey, let's see. You can't go wrong with Go Tanks, right? You know, he has the same shtick. Except what's the difference? Oh. When the target enemies in, isn't it supposed to be or and not a this is like a typo in here. It should have been an or. This is like a typo in there. Because with this, it looks like you have to have both. So you want this unit linked with him. And that's the point of it. Yep, that's the point. You want this unit linked with him. And that just makes him better, apparently. Yeah. This looks like a goddamn typo, I swear. Overall stats aren't bad. They're pretty decent. Just one thing I do want to say is that their kits are decently mediocre at best. But, you know, I want to see them actually do their work. So I can't complain about both of them. Rejects. 3 key 100% to SCR. Greater stacks defense. Okay, so he stacks defense. 150% attack and defense at the start of turn. Gets this on super. Additional 30% attack and then 20% crit. Okay. Is it additional? Are there additionals in here? Just going to super when there's a crossover Super Saiyan's category ally in the same rotation. The problem is that I feel like units like this, I require them to have one of these, or else the unit isn't truly self-sufficient and they're relying on other units, which isn't bad in my opinion, but like a unit should be self-sufficient even with, what I mean is that if they have this, any of these kinds of conditions, they need to have at least one of them. Because this unit does not have that. I'm sorry, this unit does not have that. But at least they're decent. You know, decent. Not the greatest. Who did I miss? Oh, these guys. I haven't talked about him yet. I haven't talked about Bojack or Mechikabura. Mechikabura, he's an orb changer, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he's an orb changer. Nuker, blah 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 blah. I think I have him. Not Rainbow, but like level SA10. Because all he's made for is he'll get additional buffs for every like different key sphere that you grab. So yeah, he's basically that. Rainbow's right is pretty decent in my opinion. We'll just have to see how good he actually does. Stats wise, he's actually not too bad. Yeah, stats wise, he's not too bad. Bojack. No, I heard Bojack is very good. Just need to see why. Support's great. This is really good support, actually. When you're facing multiple enemies, you get additional buffs. And then you get specific buffs if you're facing one enemy. And then you get additional buffs if you're facing more. guards when they're firing more space traveling warriors. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. Then he has active skill transformation. Doesn't change, which is actually pretty nice. Then going into, come on. There we go. Guards, okay. Chance of becoming a super, okay. Randomly changes key spears. Is 120% attack and defense on when attacking. 60% attack and 30% defense when attacking with 3 or more key spears. Gets additional 60 and launches additional super with a high chance when collecting 6 or more key spears. Makes sense. He's an orb changer, so it works. So he stacks attack, really raises defense. I'd say he's gonna become a pretty strong. Oh, he's gonna be a strong juggernaut right here. Holy crap. That's a nasty boy right there. He gonna be a juggernaut for sure. I think like Bojack, maybe Mechikabura, Trunks, Pan, Toa are pretty much the most interesting set of EZAs in this batch. But when the new Dragon Ball Hero units come out tomorrow or the day after, we will definitely see how well this is gonna go. I am pretty sure that these two are gonna be very insane, with them being within the new crossover Dragon Ball Heroes teams. But we shall see. I also do want to test out this as its own video, just to see, you know, how insane it's gonna be. I heard it's insane, so I heard it's an insane buff. We also do have this. I think that just dropped right now, so... Oh yeah, they just dropped, so I'll take a look at it today. I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this stuff. It's going up in here. Dragon stones, you have to buy actual stones for this. Assets and whatnot, wouldn't truly care less. Let me know what you guys think of this. Of this entire batch right here. Like I said, I feel like these 5 are like the most interesting in my opinion. Just, you know, reading off their kits. We'll have to see what happens in the next 23, 24 hours. But so let me know what you guys think of these units. I like half of them at least. We'll definitely see more in tomorrow's data download when the new Dragon Ball Heroes units drop. I think that's it, yeah. And as always, guys, I will see you all in the next one.